All right, 10:56. We got 10:56.
10:50 fucking 6.
We got some heartbreaks. I feel some people
heartbreaks.
I feel some
Heartbreaks?
people. Yeah. I think some people were hoping
This is one of the best chapters that came out. This is not a heartbreaking chapter. This is one of the best. Cover story was lit. Everything was good. Everything was good. Everything. Every little sprinkles. Everything. Every chapter had at least a sprinkle. Even though it was a shitty chapter, like it could have been like a piece of toast with rotten eggs, but no, it had a healthy dosing of honey. Just spread with sprinkles.
Now, by heartbreak, I don't mean it was a bad chapter by any stretch. It was still a really, really good chapter. I'm just saying there's some people who were still holding out hope. They're still holding out a little candle, being like, oh, maybe Momo's gonna join. Or, maybe Tama's gonna join.
Never.
Or maybe Carrot's gonna join.
Never.
Nope. Oda said nope to all of that shit.
I'm glad.
And I'm glad
character is also out. But should we start with Carrot or should we not?
Sure, let's go into Carrot.
Let's go into Carrot real quick. Carrot being in charge of Zoe now. I think there are some pieces that make sense, but honestly, to me, I don't know why this is happening. Honestly, I get it because, they have to protect Wano, the cat, and the dog, but honestly, one of them could stay. They don't have to both protect Wano. They don't have to be there. They're scabbards, I get it. I really do get it, but honestly, no.
When I first read the chapter, I was in the same boat as you. I was also thinking wait, Carrot as ruler of Zoe? That's just hella fucking random. Why Carrot of all people? And the same things. Yes, it makes sense for Cat Viper and Dogstorm to stay in Wano because we saw when one admiral came over, they were kind of fucked. But not all the scabbards were there.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they need all the firepower they can to protect Wano. Or else Wano's going to happen. The same thing will happen when Odin left. Odin left and Wano got overrun. So they can't let that happen again. That's priority number one for them. So I understand them staying.
Yeah.
For sure. Now, why Carrot? And there is one line where I think it's Wanda that says, you
have the will.
You are the one that carries the strongest will of Pedro. And that's true.
Is that true? How's that true? How is that true?
Okay, so Carrot was the only one out of everyone in Zoe who saw Pedro's sacrifice.
Okay, that's like saying I traumatized myself and now
No. But she clearly had a huge impact on her. Mm-hmm. More than anyone else that we saw.
Okay.
She saw the lengths that Pedro went to in order to fulfill this destiny that he feels, this dawn of the new age. It's important to him up to the point where he gave up decades of his life, where he gave up his life in the end and was able to brave Whole Cake Island twice in his lifetime. And he did that because he really believes in the Straw Hats. And for someone to inherit that will, it would have to be Carrot. No one else, I think, can see that. And so as a ruler, maybe she's not savvy in the political sense, but it's not like Zoe needs a ruler to handle things and say, okay, this is our economic system, or this is how we're going to, Zoe kind of handles itself. All right, it doesn't really need a ruler, but it needs someone with that will, with the right mindset of which direction Zoe will go.
Maybe, perhaps.
And in that sense, I turned myself around. I was like, okay, you know what? Carrot as ruler of Zoe, I can kind of understand where that's coming from.
I get it, I get it, and I don't know, Oda doing his little magic tricks with making the Musketeers come in. They're like, oh yeah, so we'll fully buy, come on, so they knew, he knew that Carrot was kind of a bad choice, but he needed all the Zoe people to be there to be like, yes, of course.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it's not like there's no rivalry, there's no animosity in Zoe that we've seen. They're pretty united as a people.
Yeah, that's
and they're
true.
pretty easygoing as far as day to day goes. They're all warriors, but they all just live their life, and that's something that we were introduced. So they're all one people, and I don't think they really need a ruler with strong leadership skills to bring them all under. It's just more of just almost a figurehead, but more so of a, this person has the right heart that we should all be falling under. And I think that's important. And also, sadly, for some of you Carrot lovers out there, Carrot will not be joining the Straw Hats.
Thank God.
Same thing with Momo, I think.
I did want a mink to be in the crew, but
We have Chopper. Close
No,
enough.
but-
Close enough. Close enough. I don't
not-
think we need another animal companion.
I mean, yeah, Jinbei's already a fishman, so like I guess. Yeah.
That too, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
So yeah, Momo deconfirmed. Tama deconfirmed. She's gonna stay until she's older, which
Yeah.
I think is the right move. I was not really a fan of either Momo or Tama joining because I felt that Tama has a very specific skill that worked really well in this arc, and I don't see it working out in future arcs. So I'm glad that she's not joining. Momo,
I think
has
she
to
could have
rule.
been. I think maybe Tama could have just been like a little traveler with them, and that's it. Like that's like the max, but I don't see her like as part of the crew.
Exactly, and and
Yeah.
that just wouldn't work going forward. Going
Mhm.
forward is end game stuff. This is serious fucking business. They don't have time to fucking babysit, right?
They don't.
Momo, I could kind of see him having joined and learning to be like growing into his physical body, maybe meeting up with Jewelry Bonnie and getting his age shaved down again. There was directions for that, but I think it was more important that he learned from his own father's mistakes and is staying to rule because that's what this country
Yeah, that's what he's
needs.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Wano, unlike Zoe, is constantly under threat now.
Yeah. I kind of like but it also looked like Momo was being bothered by him being called a shogun. Like when he was walking
right.
down like the lanes.
He's not used to it yet.
Yeah, he really isn't.
And I think that's actually interesting to bring that up because it's that he was kind of ignoring it because he had a fallback, because he was going to see the Straw Hats, and then once he burst into the room, he's like, "Hey Zoro, want to teach me some new sword tricks or something, right?" But he can't fall back on that anymore. He can't just walk away from people being like, "Oh, Shogun this, Shogun that." He has to face those responsibilities. It's what like he can't run away from it. He can't go with the Straw Hats. So actually, that was a good point. But yeah, Yamato joining, I think, kind of confirmed. Probably gonna do a similar thing.
Kind of confirmed. It's confirmed.
Well, we'll see where how that goes.
We'll see.
They'll be joining. I hope we get to see more of Yamato. I've been called a Yamato hater for my comments before.
Yes, you are a Yamato hater. You are definitely a Yamato hater. You definitely are a Yamato hater. I fuck with her.
But and you know what? I hope to be proven absolutely wrong about my assessment of her. Actually, let me correct that. I haven't been wrong about my assessment about her thus far, but I hope that my opinion of her can grow as Yamato gets to do cooler and better things.
Yeah. But I mean, it is kind of weird that she's not at the docks already with the Straw Hats.
Yeah, it's
But whatever.
It's gonna be sort of an Odin adjacent thing where Odin had to hold on to the anchor for like what was it, like 2 days or something without letting go.
You think?
I think
That'd be.
everyone else is probably gonna be like, no, you can just hop on, and Yamato's gonna be like, no, I have to do it this way. Just drag me while they Kuda burst away.
Okay,
I don't know.
Kuda burst. Jesus Christ.
and Yamato's gotta hang on.
It's Coop, by the way.
No, you see, there you go again. Cood. You could even see it in the anime. Frankie himself says it properly.
Okay, whatever. Oh, Jesus. Literally almost fell.
Why? And why are you spinning, Frankie? Because who does Big Buggy-sama? Buggy-sama has who under his rule now?
Crocodile and Hawk.
Crocodile
And Hawkeye, bro. No way.
Subordinates.
Yeah, you called this. He said it last. You saw it. Rewind. Watch the video. Give me most more views. Come on, look at that.
All right, though. To be fair, though, it wasn't my original idea, but it was definitely an idea that I subscribed to because when I heard that at first, I was like, oh, 100%, it's gonna be Mihawk. No
and
doubt
and that happened. It was Mihawk. It was.
Because what else could elevate Buggy up to Yonko? What else? Like he couldn't.
You know what? I actually like when I was reading it, I thought it was fake. Like for like the split second, like it just looked like a poster for a movie, and I was like, no way.
I love that the whole poster took up the whole page.
Yeah. It did deserve the whole page because it was a crocodile. What was it called? The Cross Guild.
It's almost like a rock paper scissors even. Like
it really is.
Can Mihawk really cut Buggy? No. Actually, can Mihawk even cut Croc? Probably yes with Hockey.
Probably, yeah.
But I feel like even with Hockey, I'm not sure if Mihawk could cut Buggy.
I don't think so. I think it's a paramusa.
the-
It's really strong. Like we don't know
against
its extent.
slashes. Its defining trait is that it's immune to slashes.
Okay, well let's go through one thing. We'll segue real quick. Marines now having bounties.
Oh, that was dope. That was dope. Okay, I'll give Buggy this. He's very smart.
Yes, he is.
He is smart. I think he is smart. He's wily, and that is the biggest reverse Uno.
That is the biggest reverse. Even freaking my boy Kid was like, hey yo, he flipped it. We're doing this now.
Yep. Like Buggy's like, oh, you put a bounty on me now? Putting bounties on you now.
I think he's doing it because he realized that he's in deep waters now. He's in really deep waters.
Yeah, and I think, but he uses his name well enough that he can tell other people like, hey, I'm good for the money. You go kill him for me.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered. And it's a good way to take the heat off himself.
I know. It was like that one scene where he was like hyping up his whole crew. He's like, yeah, come on, guys, easy work, and then he's like, all right, let's dip. Big dip team.
A little bit of an aside is that we haven't heard any news from Boa yet.
Yeah. Weren't they gonna send some ships towards her?
We had Kobe going after her.
Kobe.
So I mean, I don't want to go too deep into it, into speculation, because I mean, well, I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. But I mean, Kobe and Boa are both fans of Luffy, but also Kobe, I feel, needs some sort of metric system to see how strong Kobe is now.
Yeah,
him actually fighting Boa would be interesting to find out about.
That'd be very interesting. It would be.
One of the more significant things that happened is Caribou, again, being a sneaky little butthole.
Slimy.
Little
slime. Freaking slime.
Slime his way through the new world.
It was slime time for him.
And there he goes. He finds out about another ancient weapon.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and he has to tell
about
a certain someone. Who is that certain someone?
He was just saying like, with this information, I could get money. That's all he was saying.
No, he was talking about a specific person. He said, that's the question, and I believe it's Blackbeard. Who else could it be?
Yeah,
we know that Caribou was looking for leadership when we first met him in Sabaody, and he was trying to see what Straw Hat Luffy was all about. He was all gung-ho about the new world. I think he probably looks up to Blackbeard. They seem to be cut from similar cloth, at least.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this information, he brings that to Blackbeard. That's huge. That's huge news for Yonko, and he would be rewarded very handsomely for it. Like, who else could he take it to? No one else but Blackbeard. Now.
Buggy?
Oh, no. He's not.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. This is the two people. What will take Buggy to the next level? Having a fucking ancient weapon, bro.
Having a Pluton.
Bro, literally having and he just puts the skull of Buggy. He just merches it, bro.
Specifically, Blackbeard has the Rumble fruit. Causes earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Pluton is stuck in Wano with high fucking walls.
All of a sudden,
how do you get it out?
Head.
How do you get it out? Zunisha is the only other one that can like knock it down, which was implied at least during the war. And who else? Cause an earthquake, break that shit down. I can. There's nothing I can argue with. Yeah, that's
Blackbeard's
gonna get that Pluton. I thought it was kind of silly of the Straw Hats just be like, oh, Pluton, that's super important thing. All right, let's just go. Like, what?
Yeah, and talking about that, okay, there was a line that maybe it could be misinterpreted, maybe it could be interpreted a different way. And it was freaking Frankie being like, hey, yo, you want that?
I thought that was Robin saying that, really. It was kind of hard to tell, though, who was saying what.
And the way, if it were freaking Frankie, the way I interpreted it was like, I could make a new one. I could probably make you one if you want.
Okay, I could see that.
I could see that. I'm not saying 100%. Like, this is like a 10% out of 90.
I thought it was weird that they didn't even put in the they didn't put the shark submarine in there even to look at it. I thought that might happen.
The shark submarine?
Yeah, the Sunny has a little submarine.
Oh, just to look at it? To go on the water? Yeah, that would be cool.
It. I can't believe we're not seeing it. They're just like, Rob's like, oh, I didn't get to see it. You're like, oh, well, guess there's no time to go see it. Let's go.
But right now, like, There's a time crunch. That's the thing, though. Now
I get it.
Like,
and that's just a shame because
Shanks wants to find it. Everyone wants to find it now.
It's a page time crunch more than because I mean a few days passed in this chapter alone. During all those days, they didn't stop by there not once.
Yeah, they could have. Maybe we don't know.
It feels like it's just more that Oda's just like, all right, let's just get out of Wano already. But yeah, final thing. One of like probably the biggest teaser is Man Marked by Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Man Marked by Fire. What?
Who do we think? I think Sabo.
Sabo, or I think more likely Aokiji.
Yes, sir.
Or oh, you weren't expecting a third one, were
No,
you?
I was not. No, you juked me. We talked about this. Now look back.
Or there's this long time image or an image that has been pointed out by the community a lot over the years.
Okay.
And do you remember Crocus after Reverse Mountain? He was the doctor on Roger's crew, but
what about Lagoon, what about that dude? Yeah.
So there is a cover page of Crocus meeting with a samurai of some kind. Now, we don't see the samurai's face, we just see his back because he's facing Crocus and Crocus is there and they're both just chatting, having a good time. Who is this man? If Crocus is talking to him, then they must have known each other from Roger's era.
Definitely.
Samurai clothing, that means he's Wano adjacent. And now they're talking about finding this man who might know how to get them to Raftel. And if this guy's from Wano, then he can read poneglyphs because how else are they supposed to use those load poneglyphs at all?
Yeah.
How you got a rubbing, whatever. Like, you can't read it.
Well,
so they
Robin
need someone.
can.
Well, Robin can, but Robin's not going to tell it to them. She's got her own captain. So they got to find another way to read it.
I see. So like all this time they didn't need like. Oh, okay. I see how it is. So they need that. So
they need someone to be able to read that, or else it's useless to them. And they're not.
That's kind of interesting that like Kid was Alcock is like, oh, you don't know.
Yeah, and Law had a panel.
And does Law even? I mean, sorry. Does Kid or Law even know that Robin could read it?
I think they're aware, but I think they're smart enough to know that asking her is not going to mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but Law surprisingly had a darkened face when this man got talked about. I don't know what that means. I think that points maybe to Aokiji because Law.
Did they have a relationship?
Law had a tie to Corazon, and Corazon had a tie to the Marines, and Sengoku has a strong bond with Aokiji. Well, Corazon and Aokiji.
Yeah.
So I'm just like drawing a line of what that could mean to Law.
Honestly, yeah, like
it's a lot of tangents to get there, a lot of points of connection, but I don't know. That's the only thing.
But then how would how would Aokiji learn about that? Did he actually not burn all the books because of his ice powers? Did he what was it? What exactly how if you were to read these poneglyphs, how did he learn?
And that's the thing. That's what gets me stuck too. It's okay. Say Aokiji is the man they're talking about. How would he be able to read these poneglyphs?
Mm-hmm. He would have brought it up already, maybe.
I don't think necessarily, but
that's what I said maybe. Okay.
But he is a man marked by flames.
Yes, he is.
He could be someone linked to Law. Those are the two clues that we got right now. The other samurai is just like there's nothing else connecting him except that he's a samurai from Wano, probably.
It could be a whole new character, and we're just like all wrong about that.
Or it could be someone we've never met before. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or fourth option. Oh, you weren't expecting a fourth option.
No, this time. No, you're really juking me out. My knee's already been taken.
Who else is marked by fire?
Luffy and Jinbei?
Otsuru was marked by fire this time. I'm just kidding.
Who's that?
Kinemon's wife.
How was fucking supposed to even know her name? Get the fuck out of here.
Because they said it this chapter.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, okay, whatever.
At least they're in love still. That's cool.
Alright, that was cute. But yeah, she was marked by flames in this chapter.
She was.
So, but whatever. Obviously, it's not her.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's about it for this chapter.
Wait, okay, well, who the fuck was the fourth?
Otsuru.
Pues, okay.
There wasn't a real fourth person, and I think the third one's already a bit of a stretch, but We'll find out. But yeah, that's it. That's it for 1056.
1056. I can't
Whoa.
wait for 1057. Any
1050.
predictions, you butthole?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Final predictions. Final prediction. Curtains call on Act 3 finally next chapter, which is in 2 weeks because we got a break next week. That's my prediction.
You get a break. God damn it. Honestly, I think now that we know what's going on, it just. You're right. We're finally leaving Wano for sure. But I think we might get a hint of who the man marked by fire is.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna get that for a long time.
Nah, I think we're gonna get a hint. We're not gonna get to know him, but we're gonna see like, and then he's like a shadow, like maybe a figure, whatever. Like,
well,
maybe he's got hella games and stuff like that.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out.
All right, 1056.
1056 wrap.